black and white, light and shadow, the rhythm and melody of the visual medium. Movies in black and white are not lacking color. In a filmmaker's hands, it was and is a choice to amplify the beauty of rippling silvers, rife with nuance, shimmer, and tone. A newspaper is a matter-of-fact clatter of black on white, but a film in black and white is a lucid dream realized in infinite shades of gray. Throughout the 1920s and 30s, directors and cinematographers in America and around the world created the guidebook with a portfolio of signatures and styles. Among many masters of black and white cinematography, Joseph von Sternberg was an early virtuoso, wielding an inky palette. His muse was Marlene Dietrich, and in 6 films he draped her in velvety shadow and wreathed her with delicate tendrils of smoke. Their collaboration was historic, their tableau iconic, and unimprovable by color.
Don't do anything foolish.
In the 1940s, the morality of post-war film noir demonstrated an ambiguity of what hid in the shadow of dark hearts. Among the many artists who mastered this visual metaphor for the light and dark of men's souls was John Alton. In films like T-Men, He Walked by Night, and Raw Deal, Alton captured a mid-century realism of alluring depth and space, and set the template for a new cinematic language.
Listen, I lied to you.
Alton's contemporary and fellow champion of deep-focused chiaroscuro, Greg Toland, is perhaps better known to the casual filmgoer. His obsessive attention to lighting and composition made him Orson Welles' perfect foil on one of the most lauded films in history. But for all Citizen Kane's notoriety, Toland's work on The Grapes of Wrath, inspired by the Depression-era photography of Dorothea Lange, captured searing landscapes bleached of color, just as the workers who tilled them had been robbed of hope and dignity.
Boy, what a mess them 45s make.
For years after its advent, the steep cost of filming on color stock had been a key factor in the infrequent decisions to use it. But by the 50s, the technology had become affordable to the extent that the choice between black and white and color was strictly an aesthetic one, not mandated by budget or finances. James Wong Howe, for instance, well-versed and decorated in the art of color cinematography, chose to return to his roots and created what is thought by many to be his crowning achievement, 1963's HUD.
Honey, don't go shooting all the dogs, because one of them's got fleas.
Howe used natural light to spectacular effect against a barren Texas setting, suffusing stark landscapes and Paul Newman's chiseled anti-hero with lyrical depth.
I'll remember you, honey. You're the one that got away.
Abroad, directors of international acclaim remained in the thrall of monochrome's clarity. Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon, a film predicated on the idea that truth is not black and white, is no less nuanced for its lack of pigment. Meanwhile, as the French New Wave roiled and buckled against the qualities of convention, Jean-Luc Godard, François Truffaut, and Agnes Varda embraced the anarchic freedom that black and white's simplicity allowed. Fellini, Ray, Wenders, and more. Around the world, under every flag, silver light shone brighter than any rainbow. Into the 70s, as the use of black and white became an anomaly embraced by independents and auteurs, Gordon Willis, dubbed the Prince of Darkness for his rich, expressive use of shadow, was a noteworthy holdout, using a restrained palette to great effect in his collaborations with Woody Allen in films like Manhattan and Stardust Memories.
What were you trying to say in this picture?
Black and white can be used to evoke a bygone era when the flicker of newsreel nostalgia is called for. It can also keep the experience accurate in other ways. It's said that the decision to shoot Raging Bull in black and white was made when the authenticity of the color of Robert De Niro's gloves was called into question. The issue became moot when cinematographer Michael Chapman was charged with shooting Martin Scorsese's Ode to the Sweet Science without a drop of red blood on the ropes. Would Scorsese's masterpiece have been improved with a splash of crimson? Could Dietrich's visage be augmented with a blush of blue?
Better be careful. Maybe too hot for you.
Is a Busby Berkeley number wanting for a lack of twinkling gold? It's debatable. And yet, with chromatic miracles at their fingertips, filmmakers today continue to return to the pearly truth of black and white. Unassailable, unmistakable, and pure. As Sam Fuller once put it, life is in color, but black and white is more realistic.